Welcome back to the podcast where we ask the question, what makes you happy? Our guest today is the optimistic adventurer. They seek out mini adventures to share with their loyal following, showing that there is hope to be found in the everyday. Today we have with us Dom Stacey from Exeter, England. I hope I said that correctly. I try my best. It is a pleasure to have you with us, Dom. How are you?
Thank you, Jake. It's lovely to be on. I'm doing really well today. Thank you.
Dom, I want to hear a little bit about your story. Can you start with what makes you happy and maybe provide a little context around that?
Okay, I'll go with the context first because a lot of the time I'm not happy. But I've created a little formula for me in my position that not only makes me happy, keeps me healthy, keeps me going, gets me up every day, gets me to work, gets me out doing the adventures and growing the channel that I'm going to tell you a little bit about. So in 2021, my 17-year-old son died. He had a long-term illness called Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And 3 months before he died, I had a really lucky experience. It was in November, so very cold, but stunning. And in the distance, we saw what we thought were dolphins jumping, just a couple of them. And then in the next couple of minutes, nearly 100 dolphins were surrounding our paddle boards and jumping, double full breaches. It was just magic. So I took the footage home very quickly. I hadn't really edited any videos properly. Show it to him and we'd sit on his bed and watch it. With this particular one, the dolphin one, he said, you need to make a proper channel. He called it a real channel. And I was like, no. And he said, no, you could do it. The subscriber count just very slowly started to go up, and it was like 54, 56, 70. And then when we hit 100, he said, Dad, you could actually do this, because people were starting to comment on the videos and stuff, and there was some interaction going on, and a little bit, it felt like we had viewers. So that's how it started. Sadly he died when we only had 126 subscribers. He passed away very, very quickly. So on the morning after Dom had died, I stood in my bedroom, and the only way I can accurately describe it is that a hole had opened up behind me, a physical hole, just into nothingness. So over the next couple of days, I was figuring out stuff that I was going to do to survive, because that's all it was at the time, survive. I was scared of everything. My fight and flight it hadn't stopped since the time I got the phone call that Dom had been taken to hospital. But I thought I need to do things that are accurately going to reflect how I'm feeling. So I come up with 4 strategies to stay well, and the 4 strategies are biology, in making myself in situations that are going to give me dopamine hits, oxytocin hit. The second prong is mechanics. These ideas are fantastic, but if I haven't got a mode of transport, i.e. my body, to get me to the places I want to go, they're going to stay ideas. So I started to eat better, alcohol reduction. The third is habits, because I very quickly realised that I am not going to feel enthusiastic every day. Some days I'm going to have to drag myself to the gym or to the road or to the sea. And the fourth prong to my plan is optimism. Little Dom believed just before he died, when he said, you could really do this. He believed it then, I didn't. I do now. So that's my 4 prongs of keeping well, and I am happy. I genuinely am. I've got a lot of sadness to carry for the rest of my life, and that isn't going to hold me back.
Having listened to your story and what you dealing with every single day and what you have moved through and are still moving through, what would you want them to take away from your experience?
To take responsibility. Take responsibility for what you are going to do, and spend a lot of time alone. I get a lot of messages from people in similar situations to me, and the first bit of advice I give to them is to spend time with yourself. So spend time with yourself and you'll find the answers.
Dom, it's been an absolute pleasure to hear your story, and I really appreciate you coming on to What Makes You Happy to share your happiness, your journey to where you are now, and what you've learned along the way. And I think our listeners and followers will really appreciate your story.
Thank you, Jake. It's been a real pleasure meeting you.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Dom. Thank you. Thanks for listening to the podcast. We hope it gives you something to think about on your quest to discover what makes you happy. Make sure to check out whatmakesyouhappypodcast.com to connect with today's guest and follow us on all our social media platforms, and to stay up to date at what's happening next at What Makes You Happy. Don't forget to share this episode with a friend, and we'll see you next time.